Hi Libra. Okay, you guys, your guides today asked me to do something that they don't ask me to do very often. So, they said that a lot of you are seeking closure about an ex. And I don't like to do the ex reading too often, but when I hear it very strongly and I see and hear and feel like a lot of tears and a lot of needing for closure, I will do one once in a while to help you. So this is about an ex, but it is a general message, okay? So if it doesn't resonate, don't try to make it fit if it's not your story. It's just kind of to help you move past something. If you want a private reading, the link to my website's in the description below. I can help you seek closure with an ex, but only to a certain point. I can show you what happened in the relationship that you can course correct and not repeat in new cycles and new relationships, and help you get focused on your present moment in the future. And I can help you integrate and transmute your past to help you grow and learn. So it looks like this relationship is absolutely dead and buried, for sure. Like there's probably no real coming back, even though I think you some of you really just wish you could get an apology out of this person, or maybe apologize to them for something. They wanted me to use the Enchanted Map, which is a new deck that I got. Field of Dreams is in reverse. So this was a relationship that you thought could really, like these eggs could all hatch open and beautiful things could grow. Some of you have 3 children with this person maybe, or 4 children. You had a field of dreams here and this crop came out kind of bad. Here's solitude here as well. What's between the two of you is coming apart and the goblins in reverse, which are some interesting cards here. Coming apart is like, now is the time to take separate paths. You absolutely need to take separate paths. This is about a situation finally unraveling for you, and your best plans are leading you into a tricky maze if you were to continue to move forward with this person. Your challenge is to separate out the elements of this puzzle to get a better perspective on what happened. So you definitely need further separation from this person so you can continue to unravel what happened. You may have lingered too long in a place where you didn't belong anymore, seduced by a temporary solution. So you might have stayed because you thought it, like someone kept putting a Band-Aid on it, but it never really got fixed. So it's time to untangle yourself, and don't fret. You will learn something valuable that you do need later when you're faced with the same challenge again. So just breathe and know that you're loved, but you're meant to be separated from this person. With goblins coming out, that's fear of illusion. Choose love today. Forgive yourself. Forgive others. When the goblins comes out, it's often difficult to deal with someone else's issues because they impact your own. No one is perfect, but in this case, you're particularly vulnerable to being manipulated. Don't take this personally. When the Goblin card arrives in reversed, it's a sign to step back with detachment. Don't let other people's stuff lead you into reacting from an old wound. So you have to love yourself and set boundaries. Now, they're showing me here that I think you took on someone else's stuff and thought you could fix them or heal them. You were just reenacting an old wound that you need to heal. A lot of us have a wound that was never healed from earlier in our life or in our childhood. So when we come across another person that needs healing, we think if we can heal them, then we'll heal our own wound. In romantic relationships, that doesn't usually work. It can sometimes, but not unless everybody's on board with it. Also, you might have asked another person to heal a wound for you from your past that wasn't their job to heal. You're just separating. I think you took on a lot with this person because all the cards came in reverse. Protecting treasure and dry desert. You didn't protect your treasure with this person. You gave so much to this person and this situation, either monetarily, emotionally, and physically, that it dried you up. It dried you up. And I think some of you are thinking, I gave so much. I had so many high hopes. This was a field of dreams. Dreams aren't reality. They're just dreams. We don't have a field of something abundant. We have a field of dreams that never came through to fruition. So I think you just gave too much and didn't protect yourself in this situation. This person got interesting cards, listening in reverse and education in reverse. Well, this person does not listen well, and they don't learn. They don't listen, they don't learn, they don't take good sound advice. Yeah. From the Island Time Wellness deck for you, Libra, Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming, surprise invitation or meeting hesitation, but then clock. Need time, takes time, time to heal, addiction, codependent, obsession, possession, controlling. This has a block or restraint, and wearing a mask. You've been hiding your feelings. Ouch. If you don't feel like you did any of that, you should click off now, or maybe these oracle cards don't resonate with you. I think you were kind of codependently obsessed with this person. I think you wore a mask, and I think you hid your feelings. I think you thought if you waited, they just need time. They just need time. Any minute now, you have this hesitation, like love is coming. They're going to come any minute. Don't be love addicts unless you're addicted to loving yourself. Some of you just really thought that this person was going to come back, and you gave and gave and gave and gave. But I think you guys both ran from each other in some way. This person had interesting cards. This is their perception of reality. This doesn't mean that this actually happened. Heartbroken, deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, mourning. This did break this person's heart. Sunglasses, watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing out. This person has watched you in the past. You have the mask on, they have sunglasses on. So neither of you were honest about your feelings with each other. That was part of the problem. I already know you operate under a false impression about each other, because what's between you is the moon and the sun. So both of you wouldn't open up. Moving forward in new relationships, be honest about your feelings and get people to open up about you, to you as well. And don't rescue people. Don't give to the point where you're confused as to why they won't reciprocate. For whatever reason, this person feels stabbed in the back. Heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking attack. You might have unleashed on them at the end, and they feel shocked and stabbed in the back and attacked by you. If you didn't do that to them at all, and you're thinking, well, I didn't do anything to stab them in the back or hurt their feelings at all. I wasn't always nice to them. Someone else might have stabbed them in the back. But they've experienced heartbreak. You both hidden from each other. Ascending, though, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. This person is ascending. You should ascend too, Libra. Attempt to. Coffin, endings, bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, transition. This relationship is definitely over. Over. Because this person won't listen. They don't listen to good advice. They don't listen to you. What's between the two of you is the runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, and listening to the ego. You both listened to your ego, what your ego wanted. Twin flame, hate that word, but it just has a meaning. Yin and yang, duality, coupling, complementing each other. You did complement each other well, but you're in separation. Sadness, missing you, thinking about you, unsure of the future. You do miss each other from time to time. You let your egos get in the way, despite how well you complemented each other. I think the problem is they didn't really listen, and neither one of you were honest about your feelings. They felt stabbed in the back and heartbroken, and some of you fell in love a little too quickly, when the truth is it needed a little bit more time. Some of you need to be more patient when you meet a new person. You do not know you're in love with a person in like 3 weeks. I don't care how great the first kiss was. Yeah, be honest about your feelings. This person needs to be honest about their feelings. So you see yourself as the Empress. What's between the two of you is the moon in the upright and the sun in reverse. And this person sees themselves as the Tower in reverse. I have a lot of Scorpio over here. Some of you are dealing with a Scorpio. First of all, you operate under a false impression about each other. You don't know everything here. With the moon in the upright and the sun in reverse, both of you have a false impression of the other one. Like the sun's going down on this and there's all this confusion and emotion. It's a very emotional connection that lacks a lot of clarity. There could have been a lot of delusion, wishful thinking, illusion. It was very emotional, and you've never really were sure what was going on. But I see a false impression between the two of you. You don't really know who the other one is. That's because you both hid your true feelings from one another, ultimately. I hear that neither one of you were 100% honest with your words about what you wanted out of the relationship, but your actions showed each other what you each wanted, but you both ignored it to get what you want in the moment, if that makes sense. The actions proved it, but the words didn't. Yeah, that's what I hear. But you see yourself as the Empress, lots of fertile ground. Some of you had a baby with this person. You see yourself as very, very loving, mothering, nurturing, kind. You gave and gave. The way you feel about them is the Six of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. So I think that you gave a lot in this relationship, and you're also willing to put the past behind you. I think you will walk away, or you'll at least walk away from the past. You gave and gave so much. Your actions towards this person is the Ace of Swords and the Six of Cups in reverse. You still want to talk to them. You would like to hear I'm sorry, or you would like to say I'm sorry. There is a burnt bridge. There are not memories of love between the two of you. Now, some of you walked away because you were tired of being like a mother to this person or a parent to them and giving and giving. So that's why you decided to walk away and burn the bridge. Others of you are still saying, I'll give and give and give to you, and I'll forgive you. I'll talk to you again, just to hear I'm sorry or to apologize to you. Libras don't like the world in reverse or justice in reverse. We like to close out our cycles. Libras don't like unfairness and imbalance. We don't like guilt hanging over our heads either. So some of you at least want to apologize or get an apology from this person. But this person being the Tower in reverse, Scorpio here, I need to see the Tower in the upright for a relationship to be rebuilt upon. This person will not allow any major disruptions in their life at this time. Nothing has really changed between the two of you or for this person. This person in this relationship with you, Libra, needed to go through some major changes. They're just not doing that. They're not willing to let the Tower fall, disrupt their lives, rebuild everything. Any major changes they need to make, they will not make with you at this time. The way they feel, Death in the upright and the Four of Swords in reverse. This is absolutely dead and like decaying in the crypt here. Total stagnation. It is over for this person. Yeah, big time. And their action towards you is the Seven of Swords and the Fool. Deception and envy and new beginnings. They're just going off. They want to go off and do their own thing. They want to leave this all behind. They're kind of sneaking away from you. They lied to you. They might be a little envious of you. Like, this is just absolutely over for them. And they're like, bye, I'm off on a new beginning. But I think it's because they feel like the Empress suggests a lot of responsibility, and you're feeling very emotional about this still. Even if you walked away, you're still emotional. This person does not want to do the emotion. They just want to leave it behind and have a fresh start, like the do-over. I'm done with no real closure, bye, is kind of their thing. What's between the two of you is solitude, Virgo. So you're both withdrawn from each other. Neither one of you are in denial necessarily, but you do operate under a false impression. So you're withdrawn from one another at this point. Two of Wands in reverse tells me neither one of you are really interested in each other anymore. There is a lacking in mutual attraction. There's a fear of the unknown, both working on your personal goals. I think you're working on your personal goals. Two of Pentacles in reverse tells me you're not even making excuses trying to figure it out anymore. And the Five of Wands tells me to this day, there's just tension between the two of you. You don't really have enough in common. You could work through some obstacles and challenges, but you would have to both come to it knowing with a fear of the unknown and no plan, and knowing what your own personal goals are. You'd also have to reprioritize and make room in your life for the relationship. Someone might have juggled. That would have to stop. Some of you do, you guys, some of you all, both of you search your soul about, okay, well, what was my direction in the relationship? And did I juggle? Did I really make time? Was I overcommitted? There was a choice I needed to make, but I just never made it. And yeah, there's all this stuff that we could work through with the star at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, and the Three of Swords. Some of you still have hope and it's breaking your heart, but you will move on with the Chariot. You'll move on. But also, the star for me doesn't necessarily mean someone's dying for a renewal and still has hope that it will come back around. It's more that you're freeing yourself. This is a personal freedom. Freeing yourself, it does break your heart, but you will move on. You will move on. It's just important to stay in separation and don't ever try to heal other people or expect other people to heal you. We do that with a therapist or a counselor, and we do it with ourselves, or you talk about past trauma, but work on it on your own. Be careful not to give and give and give again in a relationship to the point where you're just this dry desert. Some of you didn't protect your greatest treasures, and now you feel like you don't have anything. Ask forgiveness to yourself and the universe. This person doesn't even look like they're waiting for forgiveness. And again, neither one of you were really honest about your feelings. So try not to repeat that mistake again in a relationship. Tell the truth. Sometimes we manipulate each other and we get each other in this sweet spot. I hear it a lot when I do private readings for people. I have to get the client to back themselves into a corner and say something out loud to themselves, which is, if I tell them how I really feel, they'll freak out and then they'll run away and I'll lose them. And I'm like, yeah, but they've got you where they want you. They have sex, they have some kind of a part-time partner, but no real commitment. They know you want to tell them how you feel, and they know that they've gotten you in a place where they've manipulated you to the point where you won't open up emotionally. They know that you want to, but they know that you won't, because they've gotten you in a situation where you know if you tell them how you feel that they'll run away. They've told you that. I see it over and over and over again. It's this huge mistake. If you're in a situation like that, you've already lost them. They're manipulating you and they're getting what they want out of you. And part of what they want is for you not to tell you how you feel. They don't want to know how you feel. Ask yourself if you really want to be in a relationship like that again, Libra. Because this person didn't want to hear it. They didn't even want to know. They got what they wanted and then they left. So don't repeat that mistake again, where everybody plays a little sunglasses wearing a mask game. It won't do you any favors. Yeah, search your soul and think about that stuff. Just forgive yourself. All right, Libra, that's the message about your ex. And what I have to say about it from my own point of view as a certified relationship counselor and someone's been reading tarot a long time, you don't need to take my advice, but I've been doing it a while, so hopefully my advice helps. I'm always here to help you guys and listen to the universe for you. I love you, Libra. I'll see you next time.